Hey everybody, it's the Last Robo-Kai here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Fate Samurai Remnant, and this one is a lot. uh, there is going to be a lot happening in this episode.
Every time you've said that, I've regretted it.
Well, you're definitely going to regret this one, because we are going to be meeting this character I've been warning you about for quite a while.
Yeah.
And they also just happen to be Dr. Kikion, so, yeah, and then, even more is going to happen. We're going to be starting off with the final digression that was for, this set of digressions that had kicked off. And so, we're going to get to see a little bit more Musashi time before everything gets just a little bit out of control. Of course, as you all heard, I'm joined by Cool Guy.
I'm already dreading what's to come.
You're going to very easily guess who this servant is, and your head's going to explode. So let's get stuck straight in.
カヤが略士の浮き目にあったその夜、彼女を救うべく力を尽くしたイオリ。一方、イオリと別れた彼の盟友たちも、カヤを探して東海道を南へとひた走っていた。
So this digression, sort of, as you can probably tell, is Musashi relating the adventures that she had before she and the others regrouped back with Iori and Saber at Kanagawa Port.
Under normal circumstances, I would be a little sad that this is something that's now functionally the player's problem, but also it's Musashi doing things, so I can't hate too much.
あいにくだけど、もう獲物は残ってないわよ。
This isn't a long one, it's pretty quick, but it's a chance to just do more Musashi stuff.
Yeah, also it's Musashi. Homegirl is having fun 24/7, so, anytime you're around her, you can't be helped but be sucked into the fun vortex.
それと、獲物は残らず余さず切り捨てる。
ダメだなこれは。
See, even Joyu gets it.
イオリたちは轟方面から、俺たちは東海道沿いを探索しつつ川崎へ。そういう話だっただろう。怪異退治に熱中している場合ではないぞ。
それはそうだけど、今夜は妙に怪異が多いと思わない？どう考えてもこれは明らかに異常だわ。この気配の大元をたどっていけば、私たちが探し求める相手に勝ち合うかも。まあ、愛弟子の危機にちょっとばかり勇み立ってしまう。
Oh yeah, just bait the hook and reel it straight in. There's absolutely no way he's gonna pass that up.
こちらにおられましたか。あなたはデイさんとこの。なるほど、石膏ってわけね。
玉蓮、何があった？
神奈川港にてイオリ殿とセイバーが
So at this point, the incident has begun.
Yep.
はぐれは基本的に自分のいるべき土地を長く離れることができないと聞いているが。
Lancer versus Rogue Lancer.
限界を保つだけでも精一杯。
Iori and Saber versus Rogue Archer and Arya.
はぐれ自身が望んで仕掛けたようにも思えんな。
南の方で何かが起きている。考えるよりも見に行った方が早いわね。
あ、またか。うちのせがれたちよりよほどわんぱくだぞ、あれは。
あの向こう水さ、さながら紅
白。Nice clap back, Joyu.
There's a lot of historical figures from the Romance of the Three Kingdoms who are definitely a case of, now I'm going to go off and get into a fight, oh no.
I am a genius, oh no. That was almost exactly Goning's story. Oh, what's up, bro?
あら、あなた、今ははぐれのアサシンなのでしたっけ？そのただならぬ様子を見るに。
So yes, because obviously, you know, Musashi is from Chaldea. She knows this character.
Yeah.
Although technically, he did not appear in this form until after she had left. This form debuted in what was essentially Lost Belt 3, whereas Musashi's last appearance was during of that time was like Lost Belt 1, and then she appeared again in Lost Belt 5. Like, Lost Belts are another whole thing I would have to explain, but, you know, we'll have plenty of time to, like, talk about random, unrelated to this story stuff.
I'm just focusing in on the numbers there and basically saying that, like, she more or less bookends his tenure there rather than occurs in the middle of it. Is that about correct?
Well, no, he basically just appears as like, in this form in a story that she's not related in. And obviously doesn't appear in this one back at the time when, like, she was at Chaldea before, like, the Lost Belt story kicks off, which is when she kind of goes off on her own and starts, like, getting, like, warped everywhere as a servant.
God, it's still so cool to watch Rogue Assassin.
Yeah,
like,
he's great.
Like there are a number. The animation in this game is uniformly very good, but Rogue Assassin as a whole is just so beautiful to watch. He's got such a lovely amount of just burst to all of his movements.
It's very much a minimal amount of effort for a maximum amount of hits.
Yeah, I might appreciate that over much, just from my history as a fencer, and like those sorts of explosive movements were always what I trained for as a fencer, because that was what won you clashes and everything, just the most explosive movement, that like the most sudden launch. Damn, just the. It's particularly appropriate for the whole he's at the top of his technique thing, because like, just quick anatomy lesson. There are different colors of muscle fibers. There's red ones which give you your general strength and so forth, and then white ones which is what you energize for quick reflexive power, like motions and explosive movement. The like mastery over those white fibers is actually much more difficult because it's incredibly intuitive. Like you already can't think when you're playing sports, but white muscle tendons or muscle fibers like that are even worse. Like, you simply can't spend a single brain cycle. You have to just do.
拳にも足にも正気を書くというか、本来はああじゃないはず。あれじゃまるで誰かに操られているみたいな。
無事のようだな、バサーカー。その様子でははぐれのアサシンも片付いたか。
でも逃げられちゃった。撤退するだけの理性はあったみたいね。
何にせよ。
It would be a bad idea to lose all your pawns on the first night after all.
You'd think.
急ぎ神奈川港へと向かおう。
Only reason why you would do that is if they truly didn't matter to you. Oh, guess who?
This is what leads them to the port.
That face.
はぐれのバーサーカーか。
彼は吉原を離れないし、離れられない。なのにここにいるってことは。テイさん、アーチャー、ごめん。私ここは彼を追わねばです。
この状況、今夜だけで実に3度目だ。
This is a thing that just keeps happening.
どうする？
I warned you about berserkers, bro. I warned you, dog.
放っておけば付近の町は壊滅だ。手を尽くして奴を止めるぞ、アーチャー。
Yeah, know the fist but not the presence. Right, so let's actually get along with the main story. This is a main story event. This is a main canon story event. We are going to Koshikawa to meet the servant that managed to avoid being mind controlled.
All right, settle in.
操られていないはぐれが小石川にいるという話だったな。
サーバントの気配はあるぞ。しかし、
Wow, that nervous little bounce.
すでに境を発しているやもしれない。油断は禁物だ。
分かっている。まずは辺りを探ろう。
未だ正気であればどうする？
Talk?
話をしてみるまでだ。
Okay, great.
味方になってくれるかはともかく。
そこ行くお兄さんたち、こんな町外れに何の用だい？
Oh, there's no good that can come of this.
It begins.
Excuse my white
くれるかな？取って食べようというわけじゃないんだから。
セイバー、あれは。
はあはあ。
セイバー。
なんと見事な音響だ。ああ、そうだ。すごいな。彼女は人間ではない。サーバントだ。この小石川に陣取るハングレ
What
だ。
the fuck?
私でなければ見逃しているぞ。それほどまでに見事な音響だ。術の類か。
まあ、魔術は使っているけどね。あまり怖い顔で見ないでおくれよ。まあ言ったな。艦隊のごちそうも用意していたんだが。
ほほう。
食いつくな、セイバ
例えばそう、私の作る麦がゆなんて一口食べれば立ちどころに傷が塞がり、老人だろうと若さを取り戻す。何よりおいしい。
ほう。
君たちのような戦士にはぴったりの品だと思うんだけれどな。一口食べてみないかい？
ー。セイバー、ダメだぞ。
君、私を何だと思
A
う？
glutton? That's what I take you for?
そっか、そうだよね。では残念だが少々強硬な手を使わせてもらおうかな。さあ、お
What?
This isn't just your average everyday caster.
いおり
Yeah.
ああ、なんてうまそうな粥だ。早く口の中に入れてくれ。
Dear God.
いおり気を確かに持つのだ。
Hit him.
素直でよろしい。どうだい？私のキュケオンの味は。豚になってしまうほど美味しかったろ？
So Rogue Caster might be a little more obvious as to who she is now, just from that
A little
alone.
bit.
渡さないよ。
But to give you a little bit of a hint, Chiemon is an ancient Greek porridge using barley, water, sometimes wine, sometimes honey.
Yep.
We know it exists in that time period because it is in both the Iliad and the Odyssey and a lot of other works as well.
迫ったか。
Yeah. Yeah.
ボヒ。
The problem is that I have a couple of ones that this. I'm forgetting one of the names. Like there's the fucking woman who kept Odysseus for 7 years, her name is escaping me right now. Top of my list. Siren obviously is like, I don't know if that counts. And then damn it, was it Scylla or Charybdis that sang really beautifully?
それは誤解だ。少なくともそのいおりは協力者を求めて
Screwing
きた
up on that, whatever.
人の縄張りにずかずか踏み入ってきてよく言うな、あっかんめ。私は詳しいんだ。
Believe me, I
こ
know.
の感じ、なんだろう。どこか懐かしいような。 君もしかして
It was Calypso. Calypso was the one who kept Odysseus for a long
しかし
while.
ヤマト
There was actually more than one who kept Odysseus.
南蛮とやらの神霊か
And they are often confused for one another.
あ
いいんだ。それとも
He had a real way with women that he really didn't want to have anything to do with.
耳がある
Yeah, like all he ever wanted was Penelope. Like the realest man who stands by his woman, this guy.
Odysseus' entire story is like, I don't want to be here, I want to go home.
霊脈が乱れたのは感じていたよ。それにしても各地のはぐれが操られてる。ねえ。って操られてる？それ結構な大事だし無関係でもない。
God, this voice actress is on point.
もちろん本当ならの話だけど。
疑うなら術をかけてもいいぞ。
いや、魔術なんか使わなくたってわかるさ。君は嘘をつきそうにないしね。あのオデュッセウスによく似てる。
Okay, yeah.
So you were definitely on the right path.
Yeah.
つまり、私
Like there's so much of the Odyssey. I
その誰か
can't stand that kind of guy.
それじゃいおりを戻してくれる
I'm like I'm basically sitting here like reviewing the entire Odyssey in my head right now.
Yeah, well, don't worry, we'll be getting a few more hints.
ないと彼は元に戻らない。まあ災難。いや、
Oh wait a minute, that's gotta be Cersei. That's gotta be Cersei. That's what it is.
勇者ならば簡単に乗り越えるだろうけど、さあ君たちはどうかな？
ふむふむ面白いではより
I hear like for what it's worth for the those who are watching. My understanding is we're going to get her true name exactly this episode. So I don't feel bad going through my guesses here.
Yeah, basically you get to meet Roadcaster and you get to know who Roadcaster is fairly quickly.
今から君たちには薬草毛利を探してもらうよ。この薬草見た目は普通の草と変わりないのだけど、匂いが少しばかり。
So basically, the pig will actually be of
ほら
service
ピ
here.
グレット。
Yeah.
これが毛利だ。
Time to find some truffles. Well, they're not truffles. Molly's one of those things that, like, again, it appears in the stories of the time period. Particularly around Roadcaster.
おそらくキャスター
And it is actually something that is a plant that is sort of a bane to her powers. It was I think a giant or some other kind of divine monster was harassing them, and it took the efforts of some others to finally like kill it. And where it fell, moly grew. And moly is one of the chief ingredients for resisting her charms and also canceling her spells on people.
The voice actor for Iori is really having fun with this.
Oh yeah.
Like
Goody.
this is the most fun he's had in a while.
よし私が天高く放ってやろう
Oh, this is gonna be good. Please, please see this animated.
ブヒ
Yes. Ah.
よしよしより次は
Saber's enjoying this.
Yeah, as well she should. Like that's fantastic.
Saber has been very calm this entire time.
This is the one of the first times Saber has had to really cut loose in a while. So like, it's worth enjoying. Oh, are you serious? Fine, whatever.
That's alright, we get to enjoy some Saber time. He wanted to fight. I think if you try to open the map while in pig form, Iori also just goes booty. I think. this is not going to be like the last time we have to engage in like broadcaster getting the wrong idea and causing silly things to happen.
もしやこの怪異ども薬草の匂いに惹かれて現れたのかであれば
And so a few people might be thinking to themselves, well, okay, I can understand that, but why are there like these why are these convenient herbs just happen to be here? And it's not uncommon for certain servants when they spawn in to essentially also like spawn in other stuff that relates to their banes, their strengths, other things like that. There's actually Fate Grand Order actually basically says when David, the David and Goliath, the king.
Like King David.
Yes.
Of the Old Testament.
Yes, when he appears, the Ark of the Covenant is not usually very far away, and it appears, and it's very much the "don't touch this, you will die."
I think that's especially important with regard to casters because so many casters are going to rely on their environment. Like, God help you if you had like Isaac Newton or somebody around there who, in addition to being a wonderful scientist and everything like that, he was also a hermetic alchemist in the traditional sense. Like he had an entire book of encoded hermetic alchemy that he did in addition to inventing calculus.
Yoshi. まったく怒る様もういではないか。
So we got a little more moly. So yeah, so one could safely assume, due to this particular roadcaster's sort of nature, the moly has just sort of sprung up, and no one's sure if moly ever existed, or if it's just turned into a different kind of plant, or if it was just like a different name for a plant of the period. Like that's just one of those things. I looked it up. I really couldn't find anything else out about it. I did find out some funny Chiemon facts actually.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, because like Chiemon was also a part of the Eleusis Mysteries, I think they were called, and pardon me for getting the pronunciation wrong. I don't have them in front of me, but essentially it was a sort of a place where a bunch of people would hold a ritual related to when Persephone was abducted by Hades, taken back to hell. Because she would spend half the time in hell and half the time in the living world.
Yeah, with Demeter.
And so basically they would imbibe Chiemon at that point, and apparently get prophetic visions. Now, as I've said, Chiemon is primarily just barley water and like wine if you want to mix it in or anything like that. But historians have this theory, and this is what I got from Wikipedia. I'll admit that now. They had this idea, and they sort of found like possible evidence for it, that the barley of that region had a parasitic fungus that when mixed in, like the way it was, caused hallucinations.
That's usually where you end up with, and that's kind of a common thread with Greek, Roman, Scandinavian, and even if you start getting into native North American lore. These sorts of like spirit visions, prophecies, etc. They are almost always attributable to one of two things: hallucinations from thirst and starvation, which is usually what like Amerindian vision quests are about. You have to go out into the woods without food, water, or shoes, and combined with hallucinogenics.
And yeah, she wasn't wrong. Even though it did turn him into a pig, her elixirs and her stuff really do work and make you feel a lot better.
Yeah, that's also extremely on point with my guess.
豚の丸焼きにするぞ。
Dude, I want roast pig.
さて、
I'm hungry.
試練を乗り越えた英雄には力を貸してあげなければならないね。
Oh, really? Really? That's another rule you live by, is
あくま
it?
で傍観者に徹するつもりだったけれど。
I feel like that's an us covering for overreacting, but
Yeah, well, I mean, that also is on point for
頼り
the
にしてくれ
Odyssey.
よ。
and yes,
Yeah,
it is
there it
actually.
is! There it is!
They pronounce it Kirke. I've heard like people call her Cersei. Some people call her Kirke. I'm gonna go with Kirke.
I've always heard it pronounced Cersei, but you
Yeah.
know, up until I've been recently corrected on mythological figures that I have been pronouncing the same way most of my life. You know exactly which one I'm talking about because we were talking about it offline while we were playing Helldivers. And yeah, and I can't
and I
say
admit
it
I was
on,
the same.
I can't say it on camera because it's a spoiler. Like, I get the feeling that at that moment you were checking to make sure that I wasn't sandbagging you, but I wasn't.
Oh, I'd been checking elsewhere otherwise, and I wasn't even the one that corrected you. Actually, it was somebody else.
Yeah, it was somebody else. But you brought up the topic, and I was just like,
Yes.
oh yeah, no, so and so is totally so and so, and then you know the third person was like, do you mean correct pronunciation? Yes.
Yes.
Anyway, but yeah, all right, Cersei, great, got you.
But yes, this master of magecraft understands that this hollow moon ritual is just really not even like up to scratch to like what a good spell would be. And like, there's a lot of like wasteful energies in it.
これからはよろしく頼むよ、ピグレット。せいぜい私を楽しませておくれ。
And yes, I would talk a bit more about Kirke, but we are about to get into some pretty serious cutscene and drama and everything. So, but don't worry, we've got some more digressions with Kirke, so we'll have time
It's
to.
notable that they Cersei Kirke uses the kanization of Pigoletto, even though pig is absolutely a word in Japanese. Like, that's not a loan word.
よいぞ。
And you could very easily just say, you know, the word is buta. You could say butako, which is child pig, and that would be perfectly understandable. But pigoletto is what they're going with because it's more insulting, I presume.
たやすいな。しかし、よくもまあ、あの断片的な記録からそこまで編み上げたもの。編纂の美麗さよりも、その執念に感服するよ。
我らが執念を侮らぬことだ、キャスター。
とはいえ、そう誇れるものでもないだろうよ。大元と比べて、英月の義には欠陥が多すぎる。器が願望機としての役割を果たすには、英霊の魂を捧げねばならない。それは同じだ。だが、願いを叶えるのに、15気分もの魂は無用。せいぜい4、5気分の魔力。
Is this where he gets told to shut up, nerd?
月を満たす最後の一機。それさえ捧げてしまえば十分に叶えられような。もっとも世界を救うには至らん。せいぜいがこの国で奇跡を起こす程度だが。
では、何故はぐれが召喚される？あれは義の信仰を遅滞させるだけの存在だろう。
白壁の美化というものよ。召喚は防げぬ。ならばむしろ大いに。
Wow, so somebody's just really bad at this. Okay, cool.
Well, to be fair, this entire ritual is apparently just collected from old notes from Abo no Seimei that was located by the Tsuchimikado family.
Of course it was fucking Seimei. Damn it! Alright, that actually puts a lot into perspective.
Yeah, I don't think they ever say it during this game. They might later, but it's definitely talked about in Fate Granddaughter. In fact, it's complained about by Abe no Seimei's rival, Shuya Doman.
見ておれ、百聞は一見にしかずと言うであろう。
僕の名を知った上でそれを言うとは大胆不敵もいいところだぞ、土見門。まあいい、さっさと始めろ。記録の隅にでも書き留めておいてやる。
では戯れはこれにて幕引きよ。
ん？シーバー貴様。
下がれじいさん。
貴様、意識を奪われ。
レロ。私から離れろ、イ
オリ。何をほうけておるか。奴の言う通り、一旦引いて体勢を整えよ。
ダメだ、セイバーをあのままには。
いつかのはぐれらと同様であろう。こうなれば事の花ぞ届かんぞ。
いや、マスターとサーバントは心がつながっているはずだ。じいさん、俺をセイバーの心へ届けられるか。
その手があるか。やってできなくはないが、子孫じれば己が魂と肉体がたちまち死ぬぞ、イオリ。
ここで子孫じるものか。頼む。
まったくお前は機関棒じゃな。あい、わかった。行け。
ここは術は成功したのか。今は進むほかない。
アニュールご覚悟。
貴様、血の分け単に剣を向けるのだ。
父上のご意向。
動きがそのような。
今の声、セーバーか。生前の記憶か。ならばここはセイバーの。
兄を切ったか。そうか。生々を命じる。本庁に複製のことごとく退じてまいれ。
承知いたしました。
当父より老前だ。今宵は我ら兄弟存分に飲み明かそうぞ。
はい、喜んで。大きにあだなすの集まり、この地で果てる。
我らを追いつか。
セイバー。セイバー。
我が行くは王札の道。荒ぶる神のことごとく殺し尽くすが我が定め。祀ろわぬ者ことごとく殺し尽くすが我が定め。故にそう阻む者あらば我が剣にて立つ。
Suppose this was bound to happen eventually.
All those moves we've been pulled off with Saber are now going to be used against us.
Yeah, well, like from the literal first scene, like Saber wanted to throw down. If you say so.
見えた血筋の冷ややかさ。一切の迷いのない強き剣だが味わうといい。刃からセイバーの叫びが胸に響く。お前の歩んだ道はそれほどに。
There we go.
血の型。
I keep trying to bargain on which one of these strikes is repostable.
No, they all are. I'm just timing it badly.
Being lazy.
No, just you know, Saber doesn't straight line a lot of their attacks.
That's true. That is true.
And they do bounce a lot of combos. So I mean, a lot of them are pretty avoidable because the way they move, but.
No, I specifically mean repost like you just did right there.
Yeah, they're all repostable. Any attack is repostable. I think if you time it right.
Okay.
But I just
like I was expecting that a lot of those intermediate attacks of like those I guess you're not messing with me, huh? That was the first attack in a chain that you just reposted. I've been telling Saber to look at this graph. Beautiful. Fire stance is really a treat to behold. Oh, here we go. I'm gonna be honest. I thought you were gonna be invincible.
Yep, no such luck. That's alright. We got food for days.
いな神話を血と孤独に微笑まれし悲しき征服者その名は
セイバー、君にはそう呼んでほしい。より
戻ってきたな。
あ、
水の鞘から
それは抜かないように。
覚えているのならそれでいい。
だがより私は
そうだな。とりあえずこれであいこだ。
And that battle has unlocked
Oh,
the Void
Lord.
stance.
Void stance.
The closer you are to full health, the faster you attack. And you do more criticals. This is the don't get hit, blast the shit out of the enemy stance.
God damn, son.
Mm-hmm. The lower your health is, the slower it comes out, so you have a lot more lag between attacks, and it becomes a lot easier for you to take even more damage. It's basically the reverse of the fire stance.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, don't use this in the fire stance in conjunction with one another.
And of course, for that, we have now unlocked the final tree for Saber as well. We will eventually start putting more points into Saber. And no, we do not get to learn Saber's true name just yet.
I mean, you can figure it out if you go back and really watch Iori's lips here. Like, the reality of the situation is that because Japanese has deterministic pronunciations, like there's not many things that he could have called Saber there.
アサシン、
何がしかの魔術が我が霊気を蝕んでいる。心を奪い傀儡とする下法よ。
そう。でもあなたならそんなもの聞かないでしょ。
しかり、もとより強大なる者の眷属の身になれば、これ式の術に抗うなどあまりにたやすい。だが許せ、ドロテア・コイエト。私はお前の覚悟のほどを試したくなった。故に私はこの術受け入れることにしたぞ。
この私を試すですって。それは大バカ者のすることよ、アサシン。ああ、もう生地神聖を持った英霊はこれだから。0時2つ重ねて。
無駄だ。さあ、統制における我がマスタードロテア・コイエト、見事我を止めてみせよ。
Diversion playing as Dorothea now?
兄ちゃん、やっと戻ってきた。テイさんから術のお便り来てるよ。大急ぎだって。
テイ、無事か。
ああ、まだな。余計な説明は省くが、アーチャーが敵の手に落ちた。
But to give you basically the long and short of this, Zhou has also lost his fucking bananas.
Of course.
And so our next step will be, unfortunately, to head off and Saves
Kick
Joyu.
both assassin and Joyu's ass.
Yes, so of course the problem with
Hey, Seiko!
certain servants is they are not of normal human being thinking way of thinking. And
Right.
it seems that Assassin, being a semi-divine being, has decided, no, I don't really care about winning this war. I'm instead going to see what happens when I put my master through the ringer.
This is the most fun I'm going to be able to have. So screw it. We're going to jail.
Yeah, pretty much. So next time on Fate Samurai Remnant, well, obviously I've said the shit hits the fan a lot. I didn't say about this episode, but let's just say this is like a non-stop diarrhea whirlwind. This is bad, and Tsuchimikado Yasuhiro is at the center of this fucking whirlwind. He's the eye of the shitstorm right
what
now.
That shit is.
And oh boy, is it gonna take a lot to resolve. So, I've been Last Robot Guy,
and I have been Cool Guy,
and we'll see y'all next time as tragedy begins to strike rapidly.